So now what I want you guys to understand, it's a trading plan. Trading plan is one of the most important thing which a lot of people don't use in the game. You'll eventually have your own trading plan during the process when you grow. Understand? Because this is what we're actually fighting for, a trading plan. Trading plan. So what I want you to understand, that my trading plan is that first thing first, what do I do on the market? When I get to the market, when I wake up, what is it that I do? I check investing.com. So on investing.com, I go to the calendar and check the 3 bulls event, which are gonna affect me if I trade anything that is paired with USD or USD or USDT or Nasdaq. Am I advisable to hold any trade that is as Nasdaq or USDT because there's news or there's not? Because during that process, I have to come back and check the market if the market fundamentally took my direction. If not, and come up with other ideas, how am I gonna be fighting the market? So you guys just enter trade, then the next thing you go somewhere, then when you come back, maybe you blew an account because you didn't check the calendar. First thing first, I check investing.com, check my calendar. Secondly, if I'm about to trade Nasdaq, I'll check if certain companies are doing good on CNBC News app. Fundamentally, remember we're still on fundamental. The other thing, that's when I go to my chart. You need to have your own time where you wake up, but don't wake up before London session. I mean, after London session, you need to wake up before London session. So that you can actually, during London session, you need to be having an entry point. Trust me, you need to be having an entry point. So CNBC News app, then after you go to your chart, let's say chart here so that you can understand. Remember, you're a technical trader and a fundamental trader, so you trade both. The other thing that you have to do, you're going to create your highest point. Let's say you already created your highest point. Tuesday to Friday, you don't need to. I create my things on Saturday and Sunday. Understand? But these things have to be there. You can do a proof check. Do I have highest point? Yes. And lowest point. So there's actually a checklist, things which you have to have during that process before you can start any trade. Don't execute, don't do anything. You have your highest point. Now you create your major trend from a higher time frame. So already you have your major trend. Obviously, you'll be adding your minor trend inside, and then now you go to 0.5. Already you have the structure of the market. Okay, now you have the structure of the market. You create, before you can create all the support and resistance, you need to be having a simple thing that I called double bottom. Okay, number 7. Double bottom. So obviously that's when you add your support. where you're going to enter. So this is my trading checklist. Actually, this one, let me not say it's my trading plan, then say it's my trading checklist. So these are the things that I have to be having before I can start trading everything. So once I have everything, now I'm gonna have a trading plan. Okay, so a trading plan, it's a simple thing. So those ones were my checking list. So my trading plan will be, what time am I gonna trade? And what is it that am I gonna be looking at? Those will be my trading plan. So checklist is inside a trading plan as well, but I want you to be focused most as things that you have to be seeing before you can execute any trade, fundamentally or technically. They're mixed up there. So the other thing about a trading plan, we're gonna go fundamentally and technically so that you can know that here you'll be trading both of them. It's either you're gonna be trading fundamentally or technically. So it will be you there choosing, are you trading a fundamental or you're gonna be trading technical. So I'm gonna send a video how to use investing in order for you to see 3 bulls. I'm gonna do that after the session. So here, let me not put a big space because we're gonna need it. So here we're gonna say fundamental. So here I'm gonna tell you fundamentals that happens every day. On investing, you're gonna be seeing fundamentals that happens sometimes. And then here it's here's technical. Okay, this person, can you please see something? Can you mute yourself? Just did. Thanks. Okay, it's fine. So technical. So here it's gonna be actually the trading time. Understand, in the plan. So what time are you gonna trade? So London session opens at 8. You're gonna be trading London session. This side is going to be your time. This side is going to be your time. I think no one ever taught you to trade at a certain time, but this side you'll learn how to make trading simple when you trade at a certain time, because you can't just keep on looking at the market. You have other things to do in your life. Our life don't involve only on the market. There's a lot of things that we have to do. So here, this side, I'm gonna write the time. So the first thing first is that at 8, that's when we start working. Fundamentally, you enter German 30. So you remember, if it's fundamental, you need to have a quick target and you need to risk. Don't play no games here. If you play games, you'll not make money and you might lose your money because you have a long target. Technically, you trade US30 and Nasdaq. More preferable one, US30. And then other thing, any pair, any currency that pairs any pairs that pairs with GBP and JPY, they move, guys. They move, and they move with they can give you proper profits. You know, don't think they don't move. They will move as well. So any currencies that pairs with GBP, JPY, and whatever direction that they take, they will continue taking that direction. So let me remember something about this London session thing. Okay, maybe London session this time it's around 9. Yeah, it's around 9. So remember, these things can move, guys, can move. It's around 9 now. London session, it's around 9. So we can say around 9 have this certain entries on you. So 10. So the time have been added with 1 hour, but the 3:30 news haven't changed, but they're gonna change to half past 4 soon. I don't know when. Keep in mind, don't expect them sometimes. Sometimes they won't move at a certain time because they will be changed. Remember, here it's fundamental again. It's German 30. Extremely risky, and it pays as well. And it pays most. So now you know the time 10, it will be you fighting this one, German 30. So this time, guys, they changed. Don't maybe next year around May, March, they're gonna go back to their normal time. So it's always 8 and 9. So now it's 9 and 10. Understand? So I don't want you to be confused because this time changes. So I teach you based on the current market, what I see and what I'm learning through the market. So remember, your technical it's there, then you're gonna have another news around 3:30. If next week they're gonna change to 4:30, you're gonna see the market not moving, but you'll get posted. You know that you'll be posted from the market. I'll post you guys in the group if they change. And then it's 3:30 because even today we moved at 3:30. And then here, fundamentally, you trade US30. You can hold a trade from morning for US30 and Nasdaq until this time and don't exit. It will still take your direction technically. And Nasdaq. So you trade the whole day. You see, there's a lot of opportunities. There's no thing called one opportunity in a day. There's a lot of, here I'm talking about momentums, around 4. Actually, every time after fundamental, trade currencies as well. This one will be around 4. No fundamental issues here. Technically, will be the same thing that was written at the top. German 30. I mean, let me write it clearly. US 30 and German 30. And NAS 100, I mean. And then the other thing, pairs. All. You know why? Because there's no more fundamentals unless if there's FOMC after, because during New York session, I mean around New York session, this will be happening. So it's what you can be trading. You understand? Technically. So these are the right time which you need to be expecting a high momentum of trading, like frequently momentum and proper entries without no losses, because sometimes the time matters. The time matters as well. So about US30 and NAS 100, the thing that we're gonna be dealing most on, what we have learned the most, is this one now. So we're gonna be talking about the golden fundamental strategy. So guys, remember the things that makes a good trader, it's the basics. Without basics, you can never be a good trader. You guys are not good because you don't have basics. Once you guys start having basics, you'll see you're gonna be a good trader that you never believed that you can be. If you take your time and understand the market, don't just jump into the chart. There's a lot of theories which you guys skip. Fundamental, it's all about ways. There's no thing called something that can give you direction. It's all about weight. What is it that you're gonna read? That's fundamental. So people will lie to you because you don't know. Go search what is fundamental, they're gonna tell you. So here you use, it's either you're gonna use CNB investing or CNBC. So for myself, you're gonna be using both of them. Investing, I'll show you how to get the invent and everything. But here we wanna talk about the golden fundamental strategy. Here you're gonna be using CNBC News app. There's the first thing first that you'll be using. Secondly, at what time? Simple. You're gonna be using it at 15:30. Number 3, what time are you gonna enter? After the notification.
Oh.
So now most of you can be confused that how are you gonna enter after the notification? So the notification actually won't come up and say buy, sell, blah blah blah, right? It'll give you, so it will come to you, it will give you a hint which will allow you to say now I'm buying or selling. I hope most of you understand what I'm talking about. So you, okay, let me check if I did send the okay, you will enter at 15:31. So number 4, it's the hint of the notifications. So you just download CNBC app, the notification will pop up at the top. So what I want you to understand is that you don't set anything, the notification will pop up automatically. Will pop up automatically. So first thing first, we have 3 rules. On 5 point, I'll say rule number 1. As this strategy is the most strategy that I use. Half past 3. So this is just a theory, this is just a rule. What about the hint? How will they say, how will they talk about what is this S&P 500? It's simple. They will say S&P 500 falls hashtag lose Ray, let's say Ray. So what I want you to understand here is that the first thing first that you have to focus on is that the message is it on the positive side or in the negative side. So the reason I say you need to focus most on S&P 500 is that when the message pops out, you can't be reading the whole message. No, you're gonna enter late and then you're gonna blow your account. You need to enter immediately once they give you direction. Here you'll sell Nasdaq. Why? Because they say S&P 500 falls. Most of us have already realized that S&P 500 and Nasdaq, they take the same direction. So they can never come to you and say Nasdaq falls, but they can give you a clue that will allow you to participate on Nasdaq. So the other point, they can say S&P X 500. Let's say new highs. So okay, I'm gonna remove this one. So here you're gonna do what you're gonna buy Nasdaq. So this is the second part. So rule number 2. Simple rule. It's just a title. So if they were to say Nasdaq rebound from the if they were to say Nasdaq rebound from the West sell-off. So it means we had a West sell-off. We were falling hard. Understand? I see messages there. You understand? It's falling hard. So you need to understand that if the market was falling hard, guys, half past rates, it's New York, it's US opening. Understand? So this one it's our South African time, SASST. It's fine. So now we're saying what West sell off. We know that during the process the market was selling off. So now it's doing what? It's rebounding. They can't say buy, but rebounds. We're bouncing back. Buy Nasdaq. So here they can say Nasdaq they can never say fall. So I want you to understand if they say something have reached, it's time for it to do what? Reverse. We have reached our destination. Sell Nasdaq. So rule number 3, most of the students says is the confusing one, but I feel like it's the paying one. So the more something is paid, it's confusing, means that it wanna pay you. So rule number 3, we can't say it's a simple rule. So rule number 3 says, so if they start by saying, so at last it has to be a company. So at last it has to be a company. So remember, Nasandra has 100 of companies, so they can mention either of the company, but it's either it's negative or positive. So the message can come and say, most of you, if you have CNBC app, you already seen these messages, but you didn't know how to use them. And let's say they say to rise 300 point as Walmart lose gain due to the tech. Simple. If you don't understand the notification, don't enter in a trade. I'll show you how to put proper companies into the wish list. Those are your first confirmation. If most of them are positive and then the other one is negative, then you say we're gonna buy. But you're not gonna buy based on that, the notification. Because the market can fall, the notification will make the market to come back. So tech lose, already we go to the last point, it's a company. Here we sell Nasdaq. So actually it's all about the positive and the negative thing. The negative, the positive. So if you can understand that, then you understand the market fundamentally. So we're done with fundamental. Now we're going to pure price action. Understand? So the advantage of having a plan is that it can save a lot of time. It takes all emotion out. Okay, thanks God we finished this time on this session on the right time. Then we're gonna actually have to exit, and then we're gonna add you guys again.